Let me turn now to another story we want to focus on tonight. Comedy king Kapil Sharma, who's known for his amazing comic timing on television, has accused Mumbai civic body, the Bombay Municipal Corporation, of demanding 5 lakh rupee bribe from him. In a tweet, Kapil Sharma also tagged Prime Minister Narendra Modi, claiming that harassment by corrupt BMC officials and questioning whether Achhe Din had actually come. Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis responded by ordering a probe, but the Shiv Sena and Raj Thakrae's MNS are questioning Kapil Sharma. They are saying that the comedian is miffed because the BMC stopped the illegal construction of his office.
For a man who makes millions laugh every weekend, a serious reality check outside the walls of the studio. 2 early morning tweets. First at 5:23 a.m., the next at 5:44 a.m. A cry from the comedy king of India that he had to pay a bribe of 5 lakh rupees to Mumbai civic body officials. Tweets addressed to Prime Minister Modi, no less, asking if these were the Achhe Din the Prime Minister had promised. The report, which broke first on India Today, has stirred a hornet's nest in Mumbai.
Comedian Kapil Sharma has taken on Prime Minister Modi on Twitter. Now, the popular comedian vented his ire on Twitter after he claims that he was made to pay a bribe of 5 lakhs to BMC for constructing his new office, caustically asking if this was what the Prime Minister meant when he said Achhe Din.
Political support was soon pouring in for Kapil Sharma, with a BJP MLA taking the matter to the police on the comedian's behalf.
कम से कम अभी तो वो घर से उठ करके बाहर आए, पूरा देश उनसे प्यार करता है। बाहर आकर के जो दोषी व्यक्ति है उनके नाम वो पुलिस को बताए।
Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis and Shiv Sena Scion Aditya Thackeray rushed in to pledge their support, probably jumping the gun, even before they knew of an important twist in the tale, of the possibility that they could be supporting a man perhaps indulging in illegal construction.
The center of the controversy, this bungalow being constructed by Kapil Sharma in the 4 bungalows area of Andheri West. Sources told India Today that Kapil Sharma had permission for ground plus 1 structure, but Kapil Sharma built ground plus 2 structure. Not only this, Kapil even built an illegal construction in the backside of the bungalow.
The political pressure forced the Mumbai Municipal Corporation to address the controversy. While it didn't confirm or deny allegations of illegal construction, it has ordered a probe into the bribe accusations.
जिसने ब्राइब मांगा है उसका नाम श्री शर्मा ने देना जरूरी है, ऐसा हमने उनको रिक्वेस्ट भी किया है, वैसा लेटर भी आज हमने उनको दे दिया है.
The spotlight is now on the BMC as well as the comedy king himself, with the police too joining in the probe. He will soon be summoned and questioned about allegations that have touched a chord and made waves across the country. With Kamlesh Sutar and Sahil Joshi in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
Okay, let's look at that Kapil Sharma controversy in the context of a very simple fact. If there was an Aam Aadmi who raised an accusation of a bribe, would the government react in the manner that it did? And what does it say about both celebrities as well as, importantly, local authorities with whom you and I have to deal with every day and their corruption? Joining me now, Sanju Verma, spokesperson of the BJP in Mumbai, Karan Talwar, a stand-up comedian, Professor Avkash Jadhav, the Shiv Sena's leader, Sandeep Deshpande of the MNS is joining me, and Arun Bhatia, former IAS officer, also with me. I appreciate all of you joining us. I just want to understand first from the parties that are raising objections about Kapil Sharma and threatening to stop his shows and threatening to arrest him under the Gudda Act. Can you please tell me, Professor Avkash Jadhav, what is the wrong thing that Kapil Sharma has done by tweeting saying that the BMC is offering him wants a 5 lakh bribe for his construction? Why should he not make it public? He's a public figure. He's exposing the rot in BMC. Instead, you want Kapil Sharma to be banned?
You know, Rajdeep, what I am surprised about is I have the copy of the letter with me, and this letter was issued to him on 16th of July. Now, this letter very clearly states, if you allow me to read this letter, I will read. It very clearly states, unauthorized horizontal extension to the existing G+1 storage structure by means of MS section. Subsection 3 of the letter says, I hereby direct you to stop the erection of the said building execution of the said work forthwith. Section 4 says, if you are in possession of any permission approved by the competent authority in favor of the erection of the building or execution of the work, you are hereby directed to produce permission within 24 hours. What surprises me now here is, Kapil Sharma tweets, there is no issue on that. But then, when you go on making these tall claims and you throw the darts in the air and you say, I paid 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs and 20 lakhs, he should have directly hit the nail. I really feel that he should have directly met the municipal commissioner possibly. He should have written the letter to him, directing that these are the officers who came to my site, they visited and now they demanded the money. Apart from that, Rajdeep, I also feel Kapil Sharma in fact should be tried for something else as well. As per 1986 Environment Protection Act, you cannot destroy mangroves. Under section 15, for that matter, subclause 1 and 2, it is a legal offence.
So you are saying that Kapil Sharma, just a minute, let me get it right. You are saying Kapil Sharma has constructed an unauthorized construction, A. B, instead of paying a bribe, he should have gone and reported the case and got the official arrested. Am I correct? That's effectively what Avkash Jadhav and the Shiv Sena are saying. Sandeep Deshpande of the MNS, is that also what
I am surprised at his late awakening. Rajdeep,
you're surprised at the late awakening. I take your point.
16 July you get the letter and now it is September. You're raising the issue now.
I
so
take
what are you
your
trying
point.
to prove? Just because the BMC officers took action on your bungalow, on illegal construction, are you telling me they're not supposed to take action on the illegal construction? Are you saying that he should not be penalized for the destruction of the mangroves? When you're a celebrity of this stature and you take the tweet and you say I pay 15 crores as an income tax, that does not allow you to get into any kind of illegal activities. That's a simple point.
Okay.
You should have
I've taken your point. Mr. Avkash, I've taken Mr. Jadhav, I've taken your point. Let me bring in Sandeep Deshpande of the MNS. Let me bring in Sandeep Deshpande of the MNS. Do you share that view of the Shiv Sena? That Mr. Kapil Sharma, instead of tweeting, should have first gone and reported the official who had guilty of the bribe?
See, first and important thing is the intention of Kapil to tweet is a malafide, as far as I know. Because any BMC officer cannot make your illegal structure permanently legal. He will just ignore if you are trying to bribe him. That is the case. Now, Kapil wants him to ignore, and when it was not ignored, he tweeted. So, if the official would have ignored his illegal structure, there was no complaint from Kapil Sharma. So, his intention is purely, we have seen that he wanted to get his office ignored by the officers, and when they have not done that, he is angry and he has tweeted in the morning.
Okay. Mr. Deshpande, I take your point. No, Mr. Deshpande, just a minute. I take your point.
Just a moment.
Yes.
Just a moment.
Yes. Let me bring in Arun Bhatia. Let me bring in Mr. Arun Bhatia now, the former IAS officer. Mr. Bhatia, do you believe that Kapil Sharma, if he was such a crusader, if he actually wanted to expose corruption, he should have taken the BMC official's name, he should have taken the matter to the appropriate authorities rather than tweeting and questioning whether Achhe Din have come or not?
So he can still do this. Actually, the fact that he has tweeted later and not earlier may not be that relevant. Maybe they asked him for a bribe, he didn't give the full bribe, therefore they demolished it. We have to go into circumstantial evidence. The way that they have demolished his illegal structure, have they done it along the entire road? Is there a drive going on in Bombay? Or is this selective implementation of justice? This guy didn't pay a bribe, break his building down. That will have to be examined. Number two, he's a well-known personality, he's an intelligent man, and I don't think that he'll make he won't concoct a story like this without some backup. So we have to wait and see. And third thing, it is corrupt. The system is corrupt, the government, the BMC has been corrupt all along. There's been no change in the new government. I can give you cases which I have reported to this government, which I detected 10 years ago. They've not even bothered to inquire. So seeing that type of scenario, I would rather believe Kapil than the BMC.
Sanju Verma, respond to what you're hearing. Nothing has changed. When it comes to corruption, particularly at the local level, we will have to check, of course, whether Kapil Sharma had an unauthorized construction. But the fact is, we all know that BMC officials or particularly municipal officials in any part of the country, the moment you are constructing a house, they want their pound of flesh. That is the reality of this country. Let's not run away from the reality of that. That is the real issue.
Okay. Rajdeep, I think you've made a very moot point.
Yes.
At the same time, without mincing words, Mr. Arun Bhatia is clearly far away from realities. Let me tell you that Maharashtra is the only state, perhaps, without exception, which has empowered the Right to Services Act, thereby empowering the citizens by making 150 civic services available online, precisely with the intent to curb down corruption and minimize the manual interaction between civic body officials and the common citizenry. And by October this year, which is barely 1.5 months away, you will see more than 250 civic services being made available online as part of the Right to Services Act, which is being implemented on a war footing by the Fadnavis government.
Miss Verma, just a minute. Mr. Verma, just a minute. Miss Verma, you have.
Let me complete.
Miss Verma,
I did not interrupt.
Arun Bhatia wants to respond to you.
This is not fair. This is not fair, Rajdeep.
Arun Bhatia wants to respond to you. I'll let you respond back.
He had his say. Did I interrupt, Rajdeep?
Very
you
quickly.
You don't like tutu meme. I know you don't like tutu meme on your shows, but can I not complete and let him wait?
Yeah, but complete it in a fixed time, please.
The point here is not about the BMC corruption. That is being tackled. The point here is the fact that Kapil Sharma has been changing the goalpost. In the morning, he said that I have paid a bribe. Then he tweeted, I was asked for a bribe. In the evening, he said, I was just voicing my concern on graft. The shifting goalpost reflects his malified intent, point number 1. And Kapil Sharma is no saint. Don't forget his derogatory comment on pregnant women. Made the Maharashtra Commission for Women call him to apologize. And he was very audacious even then. Forget about the fact that he encroached. Forget about the fact that he destroyed mangroves. The fact is, on 16th July, he gets a letter. And look at the audacity and the sense of entitlement of this comedian. In August, he's again sent a notice. He refuses to comply or to respond. Finally, with their back to the wall, the BMC does what it rightfully should have done 1.5 months back. It's demolished. And nobody is raising one very moot question, Rajiv. Assuming hypothetically, the BMC asks for money. There is a clause which says that if you engage in a demolition drive, then the BMC has the right to recoup the money by way of demolition cost, which is what happened with Shah Rukh Khan, who was asked to pay 1.93 lakhs as the cost of demolition that was undertaken in March 2015 because of the illegal ramp that Shah Rukh Khan had constructed next to the Saint Mary Basilica in Bandra,
now you made your point.
So
I'm getting others also on the show. Madam, there are other guests on the show also. Karan Talwar, please respond. That as a celebrity, Kapil Sharma cannot claim immunity. Okay. If he has built an unauthorized construction, he will have to face local authorities' ire. Then whether the bribe is paid or not is a matter of investigation. Okay, I seem to have a problem there with the live, but Arun Bhatia? Okay, Mr. Talwar, please respond to that. Does Kapil Sharma have any special immunity because he's a celebrity?
Yes, sir. Is the lady trying to say that...
just a minute, Mr. Bhatia. Mr. Bhatia, 1 minute.
I think this debate will go on endlessly because there's no factual evidence either way. So I would like to inform this lady that there are cases which I have personally sent to the government. Cases, criminal manipulation of tenders by an ex-chief secretary, Mr. Arun Bongirwar.
Sir, just a minute. Sir, just a minute.
Mr. Bhatia. Commissioner Pune. 102 cases of messing up in land records. 102 cases of talatis and circle officers. Irrigation scam has still not been investigated in Maharashtra. And the lady said that Maharashtra is going to pull up its socks and do something about corruption. Nonsense.
Okay, I will go to Karan Talwar now. Karan Talwar, does Kapil Sharma have any immunity because he's a comedian?
Thank you.
Or a celebrity?
Absolutely not. And in fact, I have to say this, if this law was applicable to everybody, it was uniform across celebrity, non-celebrity, I would be in support of it. What I'm listening, it's quite interesting what I've heard so far. I've heard all the politicians on your show are such big environmentalists. protecting the mangroves all of a sudden, just to sort of suit their own point of view, which is very interesting. But I have to going back to Kapil Sharma, you know, when we buy something expensive, we have buyer's remorse. I think Kapil Sharma has briber's remorse, because he kind of tweeted after bribing, which is kind of weird. I think he really should have not bribed and then tweeted about it. But at the same time, I feel that there's a lot of hopelessness with his tweet. He didn't know what else to do. And so he sacked the Prime Minister. And
no, 1 minute. No.
Forgetting the root cause of corruption.
Mr. Talwar, a celebrity actually has greater power than an average citizen. A celebrity has the potential. He could have picked up the phone, spoken to the Chief Minister, exposed the official. By tweeting, Kapil Sharma is putting himself in a... If he has built an unauthorized construction, the BMC has every right to demolish it. And if during the demolition drive, if someone asks for a bribe, he should have rung up the Chief Minister of the state. My problem is celebrities also believe they can get away with it. How can you, an average citizen, my worry is simply this. And this is the question just a minute. This is the question I want to pose to Sanju Verma. Ms. Verma, and keep your answer short. Please tell me, if Kapil Sharma was an average citizen, would the Chief Minister of Maharashtra have responded to him? Would the Chief Minister of Maharashtra respond to an average citizen who accuses the government or the BMC of a bribe?
Rajdeep, I'm so glad you asked me this question, because let me tell you, just yesterday, there was a couple from Sindhudurg who was socially boycotted and orchestrated by their village, and the CM, Mr. Fadnavis, actually asked them to come to his residence at Varsha and perform the Ganpati Puja, and I think that is more than just being pure, symbolism. Now, speaking of, the average citizen, nobody is denying that there have been cases of corruption in the past with the BMC. That said, I think on the basis of complaints by ordinary citizens, you had a Kishore Verma who was arrested by the Anti-Corruption Bureau. You had an Ashok Padmanabhan who was arrested. So right from, assistant engineers to junior clerks in BMC, as and when a complaint has come in and the Anti-Corruption Bureau has deemed it fit after due investigation, necessary action has been taken. But equally, citizens need to understand, and I think more importantly celebrities, that you cannot have a sense of entitlement. What stopped Kapil Sharma from tagging Ajoy Mehta, the BMC chief? What stopped Kapil Sharma from tagging Snehal Ambekar, the mayor of Mumbai? After all, these are the people who are directly and singularly responsible. I'm surprised if the country records a 7.6% GDP growth, Narendra Modi is not responsible. If the forex reserves are at an all-time high, it's not due to Mr. Modi. If, FDI is up 50% in the last 2 years, it's not because of Mr. Modi. But anything happens which is, not a par for the course for certain sections of the society, well,
Madam, you made your point now. Madam, you're on a roll. Madam, you're on a roll. You made your point.
But then
you are upset that Kapil Sharma has tagged the Prime Minister.
And the relevant authorities need to be questioned.
Madam, I have to cut your voice for a moment because, there are other guests also. I keep reminding you, you are not the only person on the show, Madam, with due regard. Professor Avkash Jadhav, I must ask you this. Do you concede that the Mumbai Municipal Corporation is riddled with corruption? Do you concede that there is corruption or not among officials? Yes or no?
Hello?
No, see, Rajdeep, you're asking a question which cannot be answered in yes or no for that matter. Let me make it very clear.
No, do you agree with it or not?
Now, coming back to the discussion.
Do you agree that there is corruption at the local level?
You have to prove it. I guess whenever this kind of cases are reported, stern action is taken against officers, Rajdeep. And again, I reiterate again here, what I was finding it quite funny, when he tweeted that I pay income tax of an X amount and is this Achhe Din, I was quite shocked to even check the amount also. At least it is Achhe Din for Kapil Sharma when he's talking about the income tax he's paying. Apart from that, what I feel again here is, this entire case can in fact be taken into other dimensions for that matter. Part one, of course, if there is illegal construction, it can be definitely looked into, that's one. Second, if there are officers concerned in that particular ward, and if they are been allowing this kind of practices where illegal construction is permitted or they take the bribe, I think this is a time where Kapil Sharma should take the lead. He should name the officers, and I assure you that there will be stern action taken against all these officers concerned, and possibly will come to know if there are some kind of illegal activities happening in that ward as well.
Then I come to Mr. Bhatia.
Yes,
sir, you made your point. Mr. Bhatia, your final word. As someone who has taken on the corrupt builder nexus in Mumbai, who has taken out, or in Pune particularly, who has questioned officials who have been involved in corruption, Do you believe that Kapil Sharma raising the issue in the manner that he has, tagging the Prime Minister, will actually make any difference? Or do you believe Mr. Kapil Sharma is simply part of what Sanju Verma says, the entitled elite, who believe moment you put out a tweet, the Prime Minister will respond to me?
Actually, sir, you have raised a very relevant point. The way the Chief Minister has come forward and the other people have come forward, yes, tell me, Mr. Sharma, who is the corrupt chap? I've got a gun in my hand, I'm going to shoot his head off. It doesn't happen that way for ordinary men and women. And if you say, as one of the panelists have said, that prove it that there's corruption, that's a standard response. It's difficult to prove, that's why it exists. Are you saying there's no corruption in Maharashtra? Go into the assets of each and every municipal employee and his nearby relatives and you will find it. Go into Benami land transactions and you will find it. You find out how he has the money to build 3 flats in Bombay and all the rest of it. Go in anecdotal evidence, the common perception of the citizen, you go by that, make your inquiries and then come forward. These are all standard defenses, and it's ridiculous that in such a corrupt country, people can get up on national television and say, oh, we take action when there's corruption. Bullshit, then there should be no corruption. Congratulations.
Those are very strong words, Mr. Bhatia. You believe that therefore all this is a lot of talk.
Rajdeep, can I make a last point?
But if you keep it at 30 seconds, and I will time you.
Sir. Totally.
Please tell me, Sanju Verma, is this all big talk in studios? At the bottom there is still corruption. That is the problem for Mr. Modi at the moment.
You are not allowed me to speak.
Acha, Mr. Deshpande, you also say, is there not corruption at in the BMC?
Rajdeep, I will keep my answer short.
1 minute, let Mr. Deshpande speak, he has had less time.
Let me tell you that, I
can't do that, you can't keep it short.
My question is for Sanju also.
Yes.
We are given 28 letters to CM,
yes,
saying that Mr. J. Kumar, the road contractor, who has been blacklisted by the BMC, still is given the metro contract. Why CM is not responding? Why CM is not responding for the letters of the corporators, but is responding for a tweet? It's a big, huge corruption.
That's a good point.
In front of CM, but he's not responding to that.
Let Sanju Verma have 30 seconds. The CM does not respond. The CM responds to celebrities, and actually, as Arun Bhatia says, on the ground, nothing is going to change. Corruption will continue. 30 seconds, your time starts now.
Let me now complete, Rajdeep.
Yes.
Yeah, Rajdeep, you've been accusing me of encroaching on time. Now let me come straight to the point. The Fadnavis government is not for celebrities, it is for common citizenry, and that is precisely the reason you had Chhagan Bhujbal and his nephew being arrested in the Maharashtra Southern scam, and you have the heat on the Pawars in the 70,000 crore irrigation scam. So let's not beat around the bush. This government is cracking the whip, and how? It's there for your audience to see. That still does not take away from the fact that if you pay 15 crore by way of income tax, which Kapil Sharma has done, he has no business being embroiled in a 65 lakh tax evasion with respect to service tax. It doesn't work that acha income tax diya hai to service tax, mein ghotala kar sakte hain. At the end of the day, Kapil Sharma may be a big name, but in this case, it's a case of naam bade or darshan chote. That is precisely the point I want to highlight. This entitlement,
okay. You made that point earlier, ma'am.
Something that is what our celebrities are harping about all the time, that needs to be nipped in the bud, and the Fadnavis government, by cracking the whip, has exactly done that.
Naam bade or darshan chote is what you are saying, but at the end of the day, I keep maintaining the average citizen who has to deal with the Bombay Municipal Corporation feels very, very differently to what you feel, ma'am. The fact is, and this is going to be my take, let's take a look at what is my take on today's talking point. That Kapil Sharma's tweet should evoke such fierce responses confirms we are a nation of hypocrites. Anyone who has had to deal with municipalities or local governments will tell you horrifying stories of bribery and corruption. The only reason that Kapil Sharma makes news and the government reacts to him is because he is a celebrity. Think of the ordinary citizen who suffers from government corruption and has no recourse to justice. By the way, just one question for Mr. Sharma. Why did he pay the bribe in the first place?